Hello there, Edison players, and welcome back to Gadget Case Study, a series in which I examine my ranked replays with my Gadget deck, of course. And today we are going to be looking at some of my recent Lightsworn matches. If you have any suggestions for decks in next episodes, just let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to see what I can do. Another announcement, in a few weeks we'll be hosting another ELO tournament in Antwerp, Belgium. So if you're in the area, you can check the event out. I'll put a link in the description below. Let's head into our matches. This first opponent is at like 300 rating, while I was at 600-ish rating, so a bit of down pair, but they were on Lightsworn. So let's see here. Let's show their hand as well. I start off with red gadgets, and I have the dimensional prison. I do have heavy storm as well, so I'm hoping to be able to play my prison this turn, but alas, they are just gonna not commit any monsters, not setting the honest. That's a bit of a weird play, but yeah, I did have the smashing rounds to punish that, so maybe we'll be seeing that next turn. Now they have the Raikou, so excellent monster to set. And I am gonna commit my third gadgets. No, the fortress first. Maybe playing around torrential was my train of thought here, but yeah. I do commit the green gadgets in a main phase 2, so was playing around torrential there. Raikou is gonna take down the prison. They mill a wolf. Did they mill a wolf? No, it was Arcus. My bad. And with their attack position Raikou, they're gonna tribute it for Celestia, and they're gonna pop my Fortress and my green gadgets. So Fortress is gonna snipe the Honest. Bit of a weird decision to not take, to not leave the green gadgets and go from there. That would have been a free damage for them. After all, I don't play Honest in my deck. Creature Swap is gonna hand a gadget to the opponent, and I get the Celestia, so a nice big beat stick. And they are gonna... Well, they have two lines of play. They can either Foolish for Wolf, normal summon the Herald and go from there, or set Necro and pass. But yeah, they are going for the more aggressive option. They have Beckoning Lights. Okay, excellent news for them. They take Christia, Lumina, and Honest. So a very dangerous situation here. They're gonna drop the Christia, add back Celestia, and yeah, they contribute a wolf for Celestia. So it's not looking good for me. I'm gonna Torrential. So Christia goes back on top, but luckily I draw the Force. So I can't go for game because I have Necrogarna engrave. So this is gonna be... Oh, okay, we take those. I was gonna say this is gonna be a risky situation, but yeah, if the opponent scoops, the opponent scoops. I opened 3 gadgets. That is something that happens. But luckily I do also have Scrap Recycler to kinda make up for that. Gonna attack into Honest. But yeah, ideally next turn I can start doing things with Scrap Recycler. Honest bounced back to hands. And Cyber Dragon, pretty good draw for later in the game. But it looks like I'm not yet gonna commit my Recycler. Strange. Anyway, I attack with Fortress over the Lila instead of Gear Frame, because that way, yeah, I know he has Honest. So if he drops Honest here, at least I can destroy the Lila with the Fortress effect. So that's always a pretty safe way to attack a light monster. Just do it with your Fortress, and if they have Honest, you can recover from that. They add a second back row, and yeah, I think that's just where I'm gonna Heavy Storm, right? Yeah. Beckoning is chained, so luckily they lose their decree. They're gonna add back Raiko, Herald, Honest, and Lila. But can't I just go for game from here? That is 27 plus Fortress. No, I'm like 1,000 short. But putting Lightsworn under 1,000, that's a good threshold for the Judgment Dragon. Yeah, no Gores here, good for me. And yeah, didn't I draw off Scrap Recycler? I must have missed that. Anyway, the opponent just scoops it up there on 1,000, so any attack would do it. So second match. Let's see, this opponent was at like 660-ish. I was just over the 1,700, so fairly evenly matched here. Let's see both hands. And they're just gonna commit Lila and mill 3. And I have the gear frame for the Fortress, so I am gonna attack over the Lila. Again, if they have Honest, which I didn't know in this situation, but now we see that the Lila does get taken out. I'm gonna pass my turn with back row, and they already have 2 Lightsworn names, so they're still missing 2. They have double Judgment Dragon in the hand. And it looks like they're gonna try to mill more Lightsworns with Trooper, and they actually get them. They're gonna just attack, and I'm gonna compulse my gear frame because I have the Cyber Dragon in hand. So next turn is gonna be a good one. Cyber Dragon the Card Trooper away, always a nice plus. And gear frame for the Force, and that would have allowed me to attack for game. Next up. Yeah, they start off with Chain, milling 2, 1 Cyber Dragon gone. Love to see it, love to see it. And again, as always, gonna play around the Honest, but this is gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, 15 and 26 puts them halfway their life total. And here, I'm not setting the bottomless, so I'm not playing around Cyber Dragon. Maybe I got lulled into a false sense of security by seeing 1 get milled. But yeah, this, and the Kaiku. Yeah, this is not my day, not my day. So that's a 3,000 attack. Fortress, yeah, Fortress. And Lila should stay in attack position. Are we both missing that? The Fortress is 2,000 attack, by the way, because the gear frame was in a spell and trap zone. So my Gadget can easily get over that under Solidarity. And yeah, it seems like they kind of fumbled the ball. They really should have summoned Kaiku and banished 2 of my Fortresses. Anyway, they have Monster Reincarnation, grab back the Cyber Dragon, and they're gonna make the classic mistake of tribute summoning Cyber Dragon. You should always tribute set it, because Bottomless massively punishes this. Yeah, and that seals the deal. So their misplay, their lack of experience with the matchup maybe cost them the game here. Next, my opponent is at over 1,000 rating, so I get up paired. I was only at 780. So that's always scary to see an opponent with a way higher rating than you, but it's also very rewarding because you know if you win, you're gonna climb up massively. I just have to set stuff. Hope they don't have Heavy Storm. I'm gonna trap Dust Shoot the Honest. And they're gonna refresh their hand. We see a Shire, so this is more of a Christia Lightsworn build. Yeah, in my spreadsheet I don't really differentiate between Lightsworn and Christia Sorn, so that's why there's some Christia action in this video as well. My opponent draws Wolf. Always nice to see that in the replay. And they're gonna Reckless Greed into their other Wolf. But whew, they also have Beckoning Light, So that is gonna be a big one because they'll be able to set up their Christia. I'm gonna commit red gadget. It's gonna get hit with the heralds, and that makes my solidarity alive. So I'm going to attack for quite some damage, and my opponent drawing Judgment Dragon must be nice. Must be nice. Yeah, they were not allowed to draw. They played reckless. Luckily, I got that. And here is Christia. Do I have an out? Yeah, bottomless. It's not a super clean out, but I'm just straight up not using it. Okay, yeah, that's good. If you compulse the Christia, they are back to square one. They have to once again get a 4th fairy in the grave. They are gonna summon Shire, which just gains some attack per Lightsworn in the grave. And they are gonna mill 2 in the end phase. I'm gonna commit my gadgets that I drew. Always nice after they out your chain of gadgets. You just draw into a new one and the chain begins again. On the attack declaration, they beckoning light. So yeah, here comes Honest. Honest, Christia, Judgment Dragon, and Celestia. All the big hitters, all the yeah. So Shire goes to 1000 attack, and thanks to Honest, my red gadget crashes into it. And yeah, I know their hand. I know it's full of bombs. So I'll have to see what I can do here. I could have compulsed the Shire, right? Let's see, then they would have had 3 fairies in grave, but they would have summoned the Shire and crashed it. And then I could have compulsed the Christia, so yeah, a bit of a misplay from my side there. They go for both of my back row, and I bottomless the Celestia, and now I get hit with Judgment Dragon. So it's very tough. I have no out available. So I have to hope to draw into Machina, and it's Prison, so yeah. So I still have another turn left in me, so I have to try to draw an out. You have a Judgment Dragon, so yeah, it's gonna be my final turn. Set Necrogarna. And luckily I do draw into Gear Frame here. And yeah, maybe they should have set their Necrogarna before blowing up the field with Judgment Dragon. Because now I can just commit my Fortress and crash into the Judgment Dragon and blow it up. I'm at just 500 life points, so it's getting tough. They draw Heavy Storm, they're choosing to wait. They're gonna play around limit removal by banishing Necrogarna. And now they play Heavy Storm. So they go for Lumina afterwards and Reborn Wolf, but my Mirror Force is gonna seal the deal here. And my opponent immediately quits the match. Maybe they didn't want to play against gadgets anymore. Understandable, understandable. Next up, my opponent is at like 537. I was in the 800s, so a bit of a down pair, but yeah, that happens. That's the Dueling Book for you. I'm gonna commit a gadget, 1 back row, and it's getting sniped. Unfortunate, right? But they have the Car Trooper, and that is delicious food for Cyber Dragon. So yeah, I make my Fortress. And there was an argument to summon a gadget and going for the 3000 attack Fortress. But yeah, Solidarity is an argument to keep more monsters on the field. More damage. So now I have a bunch of big dudes. My opponent has Dust Shoot and he has to send back one of the gadgets. So I'm gonna red gadget and add that yellow gadget right back to the hand. So yeah, very dominant showing here. Yeah, Lightsworn is a pretty good matchup, but it can also go south really, really fast. I don't have any replays of that, but for example, at Belgian Nationals, I got blown out super hard by a Lightsworn player. Wasn't even funny. Cyber Dragon and Gearframe, but Gearframe gets taken out by the Raikou. Here they have a charge and they have Garrett engraved, so they're gonna grab Lumina and hope to draw a card, probably. Yeah. Lumina, they're gonna special summon the Jane that they discard with Lumina to crash into the Cyber Dragon. Yeah, I don't mind looking at my hand. I'm gonna start things off with Scrap Recycler, send a Fortress, special summon the Fortress by discarding 2 gadgets, and here you call turn player priority, because if they have Torrential, you'll still get to draw a card, but they don't have Torrential, so I've had it come up once, and yeah, always call the priority on the Recycler in this situation. I have the Solidarity, and again, attacking with the Fortress first, so yeah, they don't have the Honest. They do have the Cyber Dragon though, so it's gonna hurt for me. It's gonna hurt for me, definitely. Here it is. That's a big Fortress. Not bigger than my Fortress under Solidarity though, so yeah. They blind Allure, but yeah, there was really no reason to. Man, it's unlucky for them. I MST the back row. I have a Gadget plus Fortress, so here I'm gonna first attack the set Raikou, because I have my smashing round anyway, so that Fortress Dragon will be going down. They take out my Solidarity. Yeah, if I didn't have a smashing round, definitely I would go Fortress first. Ironically, right after they lost their hand to Allure, they draw their Chaos Sorcerer. So, bad luck, man. Should have waited 1 turn, and you would have been golden. I have Gadget Fortress, but nah, that's barely not game. So I'm gonna smashing around that and put them under the 1000 life point threshold. So even if they draw Judgment Dragon here, which they don't, they draw Sangan, that's gonna be game. And that was the final replay of this video, guys. So I'm gonna thank you for watching this long form content. If you like it, like the video and make sure to subscribe to see more of this in the future. And that was Ryan Atlas. Thank you for watching again. Bye.